Gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. Look at this. Look at this heinous assault. I don't know what was happening right there, but this heinous assault from Jamie Hayter to the NXT Women's Champion, Roxxane Perez. We got to get some help out here for Perez. Perez is scheduled for a match against Jacy Jayne. A little bit of a tune-up match for Roxxane Perez before heading into Stand and Deliver. And the #1 contender at Stand and Deliver, Jamie Hayter, just completely blindsided the prodigy, Roxxane Perez. And now, of course, Jacy Jayne, I should say, gonna pick the bones off of what's left of Perez. A huge double knee face buster to Perez. This is just sickening. Jamie Hayter, not the exact woman that needs an upper hand in her matches. She's one of the most dominant women here in NXT. Yet, let alone, Jamie Hayter has seemed to have a problem with Perez ever since staking her claim for Perez's championship. It all goes down this week at Stand and Deliver, folks. Look at this. Roxxane Perez is gonna try and fight over here. She's got the deck stacked against her is what I'm trying to say. In terms of already taking a beat down at the hands of Jay. Look at you can already see the wounds being shown from Roxxane Perez. She's moving a little bit different in that ring, but still trying to get the job done here tonight. Give herself some momentum heading into Stand and Deliver against quite possibly the greatest threat to the NXT Women's Championship since the days of Shayna Baszler and Asuka and Jamie Hayter. They don't call her the killer for nothing. This woman is absolutely dangerous in that ring, and she can get the job done and walk out NXT Women's Champion. If Perez takes her lightly, and speaking of taking lightly, Jacy Jayne perhaps being a little bit overshadowed, overlooked, considering now Perez has to focus on Jamie Hayter come this weekend, and not only that, but she also has to worry about Jamie Hayter showing her face once again in this match. Who knows? The security seemed to have been able to de-escalate the situation and send Hayter to the back, allow this match to progress, but you never know with Jamie Hayter, man. A couple of security geeks is probably not going to keep the killer away from the women's champion, Roxxane Perez. And remember, this all started when Perez defeated Jamie Hayter's running buddy, Jamie Hayter's kind of best friend, the woman that brought Jamie Hayter to NXT, Britt Baker, back at Vengeance Day. Ever since then, Jamie Hayter has almost been on a revenge tour for Britt Baker in a way, and trying to take that championship right back to the house of Baker. Jacy Jayne almost won the match right there. Almost got a huge upset against the NXT Women's Champion, Roxxane Perez. Like I said, Jacy Jayne perhaps being taken a little bit lightly here, but look at this. Perez able to muscle up some strength and slam I keep saying Jamie Hayter because this is a J. Slam Jacy Jayne down to the ground. And now Roxxane Perez coming back into this thing. Sweep of the leg, page turner. A little shout out to Saraya, former Women's World Champion here in Universe Mode. As now Roxxane Perez sending Jacy Jayne into the turnbuckle. This is the Roxxane Perez that we're going to have to see at Stand and Deliver should she want to even stand a fighting chance against Jamie Hayter, a woman that is undefeated here in NXT. I mean, the only match that she technically, quote-unquote, lost was a match that she wasn't even decided in any of the falls for. And that was the Iron Survivor Challenge back at Deadline, of course. And now look at this. Roxxane Perez wasting no time. Impaler DDT. Impaler DDT to Jacy Jayne. And now Roxxane Perez has something in mind for Jacy Jayne. But Jayne's just trying to get out of harm's way, but wait a minute, Perez right in the middle. Middle rope pop rocks to Jacy Jayne. Obviously, Perez wanting to put a nail in the coffin pretty early in this match. Oh no, here she is again. Jamie Hayter on stage talking trash to the NXT Women's Champion. Perez has seen enough. I think we've all seen enough. We just want to see these two go at it. All in the name of the NXT Women's Championship. Perhaps the biggest match the NXT Women's Championship has showcased in quite some time here in NXT. And look at this. Yeah, this is escalating. This is escalating. Tempers are flaring between these two women. Just days before Stand and Deliver, Perez throws the first shot. Now it's on. Now it's on the ref. The ref trying to look at now. We got security. We got the actual police out here. We got. Oh look at. Oh my goodness. We got Orlando's finest out here right now. The cops are out here. Security is out here. Agents are out here just trying to keep these women apart. What is going to happen when Roxxane Perez and Jacy Jayne, I keep saying it, Roxxane Perez and Jamie Hayter lock up in the center of the ring? Come, Stand and Deliver, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to figure that out when the time comes. But another big match at Stand and Deliver. Swerve Strickland, the #1 contender for the North American Championship, taking on Cedric Alexander tonight, but he has his hands full at Stand and Deliver, trying to take that North American Championship away from the Japanese phenom himself, Konosuke Takeshita. And man, what a hell of a card Stand and Deliver is going to be, folks. I don't know if I can really stress it enough. It is a can't-miss show. It is our final 2 episodes of WWE 2K23. It doesn't get any bigger than that. I know you guys are probably getting sick of 2K23 videos at this point. Do not worry. We are moving to 2K24 just as soon as WrestleMania comes along. WrestleMania will be the first episode of 2K24. Believe me, I've noticed the viewership's going way, way, way lower than what I'm used to. Now that 2K24 is out and we're still kind of stuck behind a little bit. It's been a chaotic kind of few months for me in my personal life and other stuff. Just, work keeping me busy. So we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're almost there, folks. Stand and Deliver, obviously, this week. That's something for you guys to tune into and to look forward to. And then, of course, WrestleMania will be the first episode of WWE 2K24 series. And like I said, folks, this is the most exciting time to be a wrestling fan, to be a supporter of the JPG channel. We are going to start lighting things up in universe mode. That is for sure, folks. Got big plans for WWE 2K24. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down to the ring is Swerve Strickland. Like I said, the #1 contender for the North American Championship, but do not overlook that mammoth behind him, a man that could play into a big factor into this weekend's match. Obafemi of the Mogul Embassy, a man that Swerve Strickland brought here to NXT, a man that has completely annihilated anybody in his path, including former NXT champion, longtime NXT champion, Braun Breaker, and quite possibly the most dominant performance we've ever seen here in NXT. Obafemi barely broke a sweat, ridding Braun Breaker of NXT. We have not seen him in NXT since. And look at this, Swerve Strickland, Cedric Alexander getting ready to lock up. Black Excellence in the middle of the ring right now. Two of my favorites, honestly, and of the last 5 to 7 years of watching and following their careers all the way from the indies into the big promotions that they're at now. Cedric Alexander, I always feel, is a very underappreciated competitor, but he's that guy that you need for him to do something. He's there within a drop of the dime. Doesn't matter what it is. This man will make pretty much anybody in the ring that he's in the ring with look like $1 million. I cast my mind back to a few years ago. He had a handful of matches with Drew McIntyre on Monday Night Raw that I remember being very good. The entire Cruiserweight Classic was extremely enjoyable, a large part because of Cedric Alexander. That actually, warranted and gave him a contract to the WWE because of his performances in those matches. Now look at this, Swerve Strickland with a Blue Thunder Bomb. Blue Thunder Bomb sending Cedric Alexander down his shoulders. And now, oh my goodness, double foot stomp to the back, and now another one. Swerve Strickland's absolutely ruthless since returning back to NXT, and clearly with an agenda as well, as he wants to become North American champion for the second time in his career. Remember, Swerve Strickland was North American champion before. He had a rivalry with Leon Ruff a few years back. Also mixed it up with Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, guys like that. Guys you see on the main roster today. Guys you see in WrestleMania card being that Johnny Gargano. Now Strickland. Look at the light. Cedric Alexander up. Alexander comes back into this thing with a springboard tornado DDT. As I said, just imagine if Cedric Alexander's able to play spoiler here tonight and stop some of the momentum that Swerve's had lately. And now look at this. Power bomb down to the mat. The Swerve Strickland, man, he just has that aura. He has that presence. He has that big Swerve energy. He hasn't had like too many matches since coming back. I mean, he first came back all the way back at New Year's Evil in January, being a surprise opponent for Braun Breaker. And that's when Obafemi showed up for the first time and basically was almost a determining factor without even moving a muscle. Just the entire, the presence of Obafemi was enough to distract Braun Breaker. We're seeing a beatdown from Swerve Strickland down to Cedric Alexander tonight. Remember, Alexander came close to earning himself a North American Championship match. Look at this. Swerve Strickland suicide dive. Alexander came close to getting himself a North American title match in that little tournament that we had heading into Vengeance Day, but was not to be. Was indeed bested by Axiom, and Axiom would be bested by Mustafa Ali. And of course, Ali put on a tremendous performance in his own right against Takeshita Vengeance Day, but Takeshita once again proving to be a valiant champion. Now look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Poison Rana to Cedric Alexander. And now Swerve starting to feel himself here. Swerve starting to feel himself. Oh my goodness, what a smack to the face. And no. Oh my God, what a springboard drop kick. Springboard drop kick, and now Swerve is absolutely in his bag right now. Believe me, this is stand and deliver season. Swerve Strickland knows exactly what it's all about when it comes to the lights being on the brightest. Oh my goodness gracious. Face first. The only thing that might have saved Cedric Alexander was a freaking rope break. And now wait a minute. Swerve Strickland was going for something big there, but Cedric Alexander able to counter out. And now wait a minute. It was Cedric Alexander going for some that time. Now Swerve Strickland catches the boots. Both these men doing their homework. Swerve Strickland, huge moonsault off the second. Moonsault off the second to put Alexander away. Not enough. Not enough. It's a little bit of frustration on Swerve Strickland's face now. Wait a minute. We've seen this time and time again throughout Swerve's career. Oh my goodness, it's nasty. Something he adapted in his old Kill Shot Lucha Underground days, dealing with Pentagon Jr. Look at this. Alexander was trying to mount up a little bit of a comeback, but Swerve shut that down pretty quick. A huge kick to the face. Just nasty. And now both men crashing into each other. And now once again, Alexander gets a DDT. Second DDT that he's planted Swerve Strickland with in this match. And now it's Alexander. Now it's Alexander turning up the intensity. Turning on that second gear, so to speak, since Swerve Strickland has seemed to have his number in the majority of this match. Huge neck breaker from Cedric Alexander. Strickland out at one. Strickland out at one, and now Alexander. I think he might have missed a big move there. Swerve Strickland Absolutely rocking this foundation right there with a forearm to the face. And how beautiful, kind of second version of a blue thunder bomb. And the crowd really eating this up. Like I said, two very entertaining performers in Swerve Strickland and Cedric Alexander, just doing what they do best, entertaining the crowd at the highest level. And now, wait a minute, Swerve Strickland, speaking of entertaining, 450 splash. Gotta be kidding me. That's gotta be it. Alexander out of 2. Alexander out of 2. Swerve Strickland cannot believe that he's still in this fight with Cedric Alexander. Now look at this. Oh, off the ropes. That was beautiful right there. Springboard moonsault from Swerve Strickland now. And now, wait a minute. Got him up. Got him up. Is he going for the JML driver? That's got to be it to put Alexander away. No, Alexander kicks out. Alexander kicks out somehow. Swerve Strickland. Like I said, frustration definitely settling in for Swerve now. What a match. What a tune-up match for Swerve Strickland heading into Konosuke Takeshita. Oh my God, just spiked Alexander. Just spiked Alexander, just like Alexander did to him earlier, but twice as hard on the apron. And now Swerve Strickland, huge frog splash down to the lower back. Cedric might be in trouble. He hasn't been able to move. He hasn't been able to move since, wait a minute, counters into a huge power slam. And now it's Strickland on the ropes. And now it's Strickland on the ropes. Look at this. Muscling up Strickland for a fisherman brainbuster. Fisherman brainbuster. Strickland almost got pinned just days before. Oh my goodness, he was playing possum there. Playing possum with Alexander. I was going to say he almost got pinned just days away before a big North American title match at Stand and Deliver. But there it is. House call. House call, and Swerve just told NXT, no, not enough. House call's not enough to put Alexander away. Swerve can't believe it. Swerve cannot believe it. He has won huge matches with that move right there, house call. He won the North American Championship with said move. He's beaten Hangman Adam Page with that move. He's come so close to becoming world champions before with that move. Wait a minute, what the hell? No, my God! If that was not a shout to Konosuke Takeshita, I don't know what will be, and that's another house call now. Another house call after that brain buster on the turnbuckle. The very what? You're kidding me, right? You're absolutely joking me. Did Cedric Alexander just kick out of a second house call? Swerve Strickland cannot believe what he's absolutely seeing right now. He just dropped this man on his head. Exactly similar scenes from when Konosuke Takeshita originally won the NXT Championship. The NXT North American Championship, excuse me. I'm still kind of just imagining the fact that Cedric Alexander just kicked out there, but no, and you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. More insult to injury. More insult to injury as he just hit the lumbar check. Cedric Alexander's finish this time on the man himself, Cedric Alexander. And now, wait a minute. Swerve Strickland. If the house call doesn't work, then the double foot stomp, the kill shot will work every single time. Swerve Strickland picking up a huge victory on his road to Stand and Deliver, and that was definitely a shout. That was definitely playing fun at Konosuke Takeshita when he did that brainbuster off the top rope. What are we going to see come Stand and Deliver when Swerve Strickland finally gets his singles match with the Japanese Phenom? Can Swerve Strickland end the phenomenal reign of Konosuke Takeshita at Stand and Deliver? That is the question that will be answered in just a few short days, folks. What a hell of a match that was. That was one of my favorite matches to call all year, folks. That was great. And speaking of another favorite match to call all year, in a match that's been heating up, a rivalry that's been heating up over social media for weeks now. Santos Escobar, Carmelo Hayes, one-on-one, a stand and deliver level match to close our show here tonight, folks. Santos Escobar, Carmelo Hayes. This situation stems back a few weeks back when Carmelo Hayes was the losing man in that triple threat match between Will Ospreay and Jonathan Gresham. And of course, Santos Escobar poked fun at the fact that Carmelo Hayes losing out on another big opportunity for the NXT Championship, losing out on a main event spot at Stand and Deliver. Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams and company both did not take lightly to Santos Escobar's words. Trick Williams tried to defend his boy, tried to defend his number one guy, Carmelo Hayes, but Santos Escobar ridded Trick Willie a few weeks back, and now Carmelo Hayes gets his shot at the Emperor of Lucha Libre, the recently returned Santos Escobar. But of course, these days, Santos Escobar not traveling alone. He's traded in the LWO for Legado del Fantasma Dos, consisting of course, Humberto and Angel. And I'm told that Santos Escobar is throwing out the challenge to Hayes and Trick Williams. Come stand and deliver. He says, you guys find a tag team partner, meet us in the ring, 6-man tag team action, stand and deliver. Hayes, Trick Williams, a mystery tag team partner of theirs, a partner of their choosing, so to speak, against Legado del Fantasma Dos. It all goes down at Stand and Deliver, of course, folks. What a tremendous, tremendous show that will be. And of course, who can ever forget the main event of that show was supposed to be Gresham Dragunov 2. Will Ospreay completely beside himself last week, absolutely destroying the Mad Dragon himself, earning himself into that match. Will Ospreay, Jonathan Gresham, Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship. It all goes down at Stand and Deliver, folks. Perhaps the biggest weekend. Not perhaps, definitely the biggest weekend here on the channel. Of course, with WrestleMania being directly behind it. As I've said before, Stand and Deliver will be the final 2 episodes of 2K23. WrestleMania, we will finally move to 2K24. And, hopefully from there we can grow the channel. Like I said, I'm appreciative of the support I'm still getting on these videos, but believe me, I've realized y'all are pretty sick of seeing 2K23 videos. I'm trying to keep it interesting as Carmelo Hayes and Santos Escobar close our show here tonight, the final episode of NXT on 2K23. And now look at this, a huge DDT. Huge DDT to Santos Escobar. Like I said, you're not going to see not too many collar and elbows. Jesus. Knees to the face this early in the match. Like I said, these two men have a problem with one another. And now Carmelo Hayes float over DDT, spiking Santos Escobar. And now sending Santos over the top rope. Carmelo Hayes wasting absolutely no time on the Emperor. And now, wait a minute, Carmelo Hayes full and a sting over the top rope. Tope con hilo. Tope con hilo to Santos Escobar. And now Carmelo Hayes sending Escobar into the announce table. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit different of intensity than you're used to seeing out of Carmelo Hayes. This is a man that does not appreciate the disrespect of Santos Escobar. Just absolutely leveling Escobar with a lariat. Even Trick Williams had to almost take his glasses off and see that in an instant replay. And now Santos Escobar, this time, driving those knees into the face of Carmelo Hayes. And now Hayes out at 0.5 at that point. Both these men jockeying for position. Huge elbow shot. Huge elbow shot to Santos. As now Carmelo Hayes lighting up the chest of Santos Escobar. And now sending Escobar into the ropes himself. And now, wait a minute, Escobar tried to catch them with some boots, but Carmelo Hayes one step ahead. Carmelo Hayes looking to show him why he is him. Jesus Christ. Springboard DDT to Escobar. Could that be it? Escobar has to power out. Escobar has had some bangers since coming back, folks. Who could ever forget last month at Vengeance Day, NXT Vengeance Day that is, Legado del Fantasma Dos taking on the United Empire, Will Ospreay and his boys, the Aussie Open. Of course, those guys will find themselves in a tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship, against Dragon Lee and Roosh. That match also goes down. Come stand and deliver. Like I said, folks, biggest weekend of this channel. We are going to be in full throttle. We are going full steam ahead into 2K24, directly into WrestleMania. Santos Escobar now powering out of Carmelo Hayes' attempt, and now both men kind of not getting either thing to fall, but again, the defense of Carmelo Hayes here tonight has been second to none. And now, wait a minute, once again, this time to Legato's side. Carmelo Hayes. Oh, my God. And Santos definitely suckering Carmelo Hayes in there. And now, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Hanging Hayes out to dry. This is our main event of NXT, folks. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Universe Mode on the JPG channel. 2K23 is almost under wraps, folks. Of course, we have a SmackDown episode after this. And once again, Carmelo Hayes catches him with that DDT. And now, oh my God, a leg drop to the back of the neck. That was nasty. That was almost a variation of nothing but net, but not exactly. Just kind of grounded nothing but net, if you ask me. But Santos, once again, able, and there's Humberto talking trash on the outside as Santos gets the upper hand in this match. Carmelo Hayes, though, able to power out. Oh my goodness, I think Hayes was looking to take to the skies, but Santos Escobar shutting that down pretty quick. Nasty chop to the chest. But Hayes is still in the fight. And huge crossbody this time. Huge crossbody to Santos Escobar. Now kick to the midsection. Oh my goodness, chop to the chest. Now. Let's look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. What a European uppercut. From Santos Escobar. And oh my goodness, just driving him down with a flapjack. And now it's the Emperor in full control of this match as Carmelo Hayes looks in a bad way. Like I said, folks, we have just about 3 more episodes of 2K23 after this. The final SmackDown episode heading into WrestleMania. And of course, stand and deliver the last 2 episodes of 2K23. It's going to be a big next week and a half here on the channel. Carmelo Hayes now heading to the top rope. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Speaking of lucha, I think you've seen Carmelo Hayes pull that one out. A little bit of lucha on his own right with that one, but no, Santos shutting it down real quick with a layer to the face. And now, wait a minute. Oh no! Santos driver, Escobar driver to Carmelo Hayes to put him away. No, not enough. Not enough to put Carmelo Hayes away. Remember, Hayes has been through it all. Hayes has been in the toughest of toughest situations. He went toe-to-toe with the Mad Dragon a few months back at New Year's Evil. He came pretty close to defeating Ilya Dragunov for that championship as well. Carmelo Hayes now fighting through the pain. Rolls Santos Escobar through. Pinfall attempt here. He's got him locked up. Count of 2. No, that's the kick out 2. Huge elbow shot to the face, though, of Santos. And now look at this. Flying in is Carmelo Hayes as Santos Escobar completely rocked by that. And now, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. I think he was going for first 48, a variation of it at that. No water in the pool. Pump up kick to Santos Escobar. Carmelo Hayes, like I said, man, he has a point to prove here tonight. Looking to take down the leader of Legado del Fantasma Dos. Carmelo Hayes muscling Santos up for a huge suplex. Huge suplex now, and Hayes heading to that top rope as Angel and Humberto have no choice but to just watch a huge elbow drop from the generational talent himself. And now count of 2, Escobar once again kicking at 2. And look at this, more trash talk. More trash talk from Legado on the outside. And now wait a minute, Santos Escobar thought he had Hayes figured out, but Hayes had something waiting for him. And now huge knee strike to the face. Huge knee strike to the face of Escobar. Carmelo Hayes trying to keep Legado out of his head in this match, but that's a hard thing to do. And a beautiful moonsault from Carmelo Hayes there. Could that be enough? Only a count of 2 though, again, as Santos once again able to muscle up the strength. Both these men have been to the mountaintop before, and they know what the main event feels like. Both former North American champions. As now, look at this. Oh, no. And now it's Trick Williams. No, wait a minute. Trick Williams talking trash, but so is Legado. Both men distracted. Both men distracted. You don't see that every time. Santos, though is already ready for Carmelo Hayes. And now look at this. Oh, my goodness gracious. Huge move in the middle of the ring. Carmelo Hayes kicks out at 2 again, though. And now Hayes is back up to his feet, though. Both men colliding there. As Escobar got the better of it, but Carmelo Hayes shot to the face now. Another knee strike to the face. Escobar's absolutely rocked here. Another pump-up kick. And for the almost third, fourth time in this match, Legado once again getting in the face of Carmelo Hayes. You got to believe that Hayes has seen enough of these two, that's for sure. But he's going to try and focus on Santos Escobar. Maybe not. He just kicked Humberto right in his face. And out there he goes, taking Humberto out. And letting Angel know there's more there where that came from if he wants it. But once again, the distraction allowing Santos Escobar to get the momentum in his favor, allowing him to get the upper hand. And now, wait a minute, back into the ring. Back into the ring goes Hayes. But Hayes... Oh my goodness, another knee strike. Another knee strike to Santos Escobar. And this time he gets him with that spinning first 48 to put Escobar away, to shut his mouth at least until stand deliver. No. Escobar once again getting the shoulder up. Once again getting the shoulder up, and I don't think Hayes can believe that Escobar's still in the fight here. But now he goes top rope. Goes top rope. Oh my goodness, double axe handle down. It looks like Humberto has not learned his lesson, considering the fact he's still trying to get in the face of Carmelo Hayes. Obviously not taking too kindly to Hayes' attempt to take him out there. Now shots to the ribs of Santos Escobar. Carmelo Hayes now off the ropes. Huge knee strike to the face. And now Carmelo Hayes calling Santos up to his feet. Just spiking him with a DDT. Now Santos in a bad way here. Carmelo Hayes off the rope. Oh no, Santos had it scouted. And now wait a minute again. A second Santos driver. A second Santos driver to Carmelo Hayes to put Hayes away. Count of 2. Once again, not enough. We're seeing the tenacity that we saw of Cedric Alexander in the last match from Carmelo Hayes. And now, out of Santos' attempt. You gotta get these guys out of here. You gotta get these guys out of here, Rev. There has to be some discretion. There's been absolutely too many distractions for Carmelo Hayes to even think about what his next move is going to be. Legado del Fantasma proving to be loyal servants to the Emperor, of course. But now Carmelo Hayes. Big superplex incoming to Santos. Yes, both men come colliding, crashing down, if you will. This is awesome, Chance, and you god darn right that this is awesome. And now Carmelo Hayes one more time. Once again, Santos providing the reversal and rolling out of the ring again. Trick Williams actually getting a little dirty on the outside. Throwing in a steel chair. As I think Santos Escobar might have gotten opened up there. And oh my goodness, lariat to Angel. Lariat to Angel in a second when Angel didn't even do anything in this match. It was, yeah, it's Humberto, and Carmelo Hayes has seen enough. Carmelo Hayes has seen enough. Super kick to Humberto Carrillo. This situation has just escalated, folks. It's escalated, and that's exactly why a six-man tag team match is going down and Stand Deliver. Again, allowing Santos the upper hand, but Carmelo Hayes has seen enough of the distractions, laying Santos Escobar out with a lariat. And now, in for a suicide dive, but not enough. Not enough distance. Sends Carmelo Hayes face first into the ring post on the outside. And now look at this. Oh my God, German suplex on the lower spot. No, wait a minute. Super kick doesn't land. Super kick doesn't land again, face first. Again, face first to Carmelo Hayes. And now Santos is going to force Hayes back into the ring. Hayes might be out here. He got sent into that ring post twice. Not once, twice. And look at this. Oh my goodness, the air Santos just got on that elbow drop to the back. Trick Williams has provided the distraction, but the ref obviously realizing there's a huge moment in this match as Carmelo Hayes might be out after that. Oh, just muscling up. Muscling the shoulder up. Might have just been adrenaline at that point. Huge lariat again. Huge lariat again. I know Santos once again was trying to cower his way away from Carmelo Hayes, but Hayes is having none of it. Tilt-a-whirl facebuster. Tilt-a-whirl facebuster. The movie's been kind of looking for almost all match. Santos would be put away. No, not enough. Not enough, but Carmelo Hayes looking to finally put the Emperor away, shut his mouth for once and for all. Could that be it? Count of two. No, Escobar again. Powering out, but Carmelo Hayes looking for his final shot, his Hail Mary, his buzzer beater, and nothing but net. Count them off. Carmelo Hayes earned some momentum heading into the six-man tag team match at Stand and Deliver. Like I said, folks, 3 episodes remain of 2K23. It is the most exciting time to be on this channel. And as I always say, folks, I will see y'all on the next one.